You can take one look at Khabib Nurmagomedov and instantly tell he can punch hard. How? Not from his arms, not from his chest, but from those massive serratus anterior muscles. Just look at the size of those things. This muscle is known as the boxer's muscle because its function is to help you reach out in front of you and also to pound. You can't find this info anywhere else on the internet. Seriously, I checked. Here's literally every injury Khabib Nurmagomedov suffered during his UFC career. Rapid fire, go! It was July 2014. The Eagle's career wasn't even 2 years old yet. His fight with Donald Cerrone just got confirmed when, according to Dana White, literally 20 minutes later, Khabib Nurmagomedov, in one fell swoop, found himself with 2 meniscus tears and a ruptured ACL in his right leg. The ACL, or anterior cruciate ligament, runs diagonally in the middle of the knee, and it prevents your shin bone from sliding out in front of the thigh bone. Here's a simple test we do when we suspect an ACL rupture, where you can feel the tibia, the shin bone, is easily displaced.
ACL is completely torn here. There is nothing to check movement in this direction.
The complete tear of an AC ligament will sideline you for about 6 months, likely more. Make that 9 months for Khabib, April 2015. Same fight, same knee. He was set once again to duke it out with Cowboy Cerrone when another meniscal tear put quite a damper in those plans. The meniscus is a rubbery cartilage pillow that prevents your thigh and shin bones from constantly creaking and grinding all over the place. You tear that, and it hurts. Thankfully, you can't keep a good man down, although it might not have felt like it at the time. Did I say you can't keep a good man down? Because you absolutely can temporarily, I'll tell you that much. October 2015, just another brutal blow.
I'm having a stroke!
A rib fracture. These back-to-back-to-back tribulations had Khabib questioning if he would ever actually return to the craft he poured so much into. A rib fracture will probably set you back at least 6 weeks. Just makes you appreciate the 29-0 that much more. Much to the chagrin of billions of people around the world, there is no way to burn through 20 pounds of our fat stores in 24 hours if we aren't willing to use a blowtorch. But that doesn't mean you can't lose that much weight. Ever heard of amputation? Unfortunately, limbs win fights, so that's also off the table. There is one other way though. About 60% of the body of a male human adult is made of water. That's a lot. So is our need for water, but that's neither here nor there. Let's not get into semantics. So let's empty out those greedy cells. As you may know though, dehydration can have some serious complications ranging from muscle weakness and abdominal pain to confusion, coma, and death. Because guess what? All your organs need blood to function, and all your blood needs water to flow. But that won't stop fighters from testing their limits, oh no. March 2017, Nurmagomedov told Ariel Helwani that it might have been the hardest month of his life at the time. He was rushed to the hospital the night before weigh-in. He said everything inside him hurt, and he doesn't remember a lot of stuff from that night. Pain and confusion, just like we said. He said he feels he almost died. However, Khabib did say that this wasn't just about the weight cut, that he usually felt fine cutting to 155. He said he had other health problems that he was working on fixing. We don't have any other details though. Regardless, the doctors obviously advised him not to fight, and the future champion was left with no choice but to be even more patient in the face of adversity. Very disappointing, but oh, glory was so close you could almost smell it. We are the champions. We are.
Thank you all.
September 2020. Khabib comes into training camp with mumps.
Mumps. That's a funny word.
Mumps is one of the diseases we vaccinate for with the MMR vaccine. It's a viral illness that can make your spit glands hurt like hell and also swell. Fun fact about mumps, orchitis is the most common complication in adult males. Inflamed testicles, that is.
Extreme testicular discomfort.
Okay.
Cool.
No doubt.
Khabib had to be hospitalized, and there go 2 weeks of the 6-week training camp. October 2020. Khabib submits Justin Gaethje, takes his gloves off, and lets us know that we just saw his last bout in the octagon. Shortly after that, Javier Mendez, his coach, revealed that Khabib had broken his toe just 17 days before one of the biggest fights of his career.
My foot was a balloon. You want to see it?
There is absolutely no way a broken toe belonging to anyone except Wolverine himself is gonna heal itself in less than a month. Check out this great catch by Dan Hardy.
Watch this foot as this progresses. because he picks it up and he puts his toes down, but his toes get caught in the fence. And we get a reaction from Khabib.
So obviously there was nothing that wasn't extremely major that was gonna make him prepare for this fight again. This incident also gave way to another one of the dozens of awesome Khabib quotes.
The one thing he said, like 6 days out before the event, he said, "Coach," he goes, "my toe may be broken, but my mind is not."
But Khabib is more than just an athlete that overcame some insane odds. I'll tell you exactly how if you click right here. Have a good rest of the week.